How has the accessibility to firearms affected your ability to police effectively?
Well, as far as the accessibility of firearms go, I think with how accessible they are, it makes it scary going into someone's house or like going at a traffic stop. You don't know what's going to happen. You could have like a 90-year-old grandma with a gun that could pull it out and shoot you. You never know with guns in America, especially, and people don't like to be pulled over, and they could just have a bad day. So it's scary.
Okay. What could be done differently to make the job safer with regards to firearms?
I think better regulation is needed to make my job safer. Just because it's easy to get a gun because you don't have criminals buying guns legally. You have them breaking into someone's house that's a responsible gun owner, but they forgot to lock their safe and they steal the guns and then use those to commit crimes, so they're virtually untraceable. I think tighter reins on background checks and who can get guns is.
Do you think stricter gun laws could help counteract terrorism?
Well, as far as terrorism goes, I'm sure you guys know a lot more about this than me because you're probably more educated on it. But there was at San Francisco State, they disarmed their police, and now after seeing what happens in like London, where their police are disarmed, they want them to have their guns back because you never know what could happen. Like somebody's not going to jump in front of a knife without a gun because they want to save their classmates. They're going to run away. So disarming the police, especially on American campuses, is a terrible idea, in my opinion, because there's no way for us to protect ourselves and to protect the general public like we're supposed to.
Does the internet play a role in gun violence in America?
Well, as far as the internet goes, I think the internet doesn't really play a big role in gun violence because it's not like I can go on a gun shop website in Arizona and buy a gun that's illegal there or illegal here and get it shipped here because they have to adhere to the California gun laws. But what I do think is that like you see people that like follow ISIS or follow like Satanist things and then go shoot up a school. It's more of people following hate groups online and like the accessibility to hate groups, which I think produces more radical whatever group you want to put it to, and that's what increases the gun violence is the radical groups online that are so easily accessible now with social media.
What's your personal view on the Second Amendment?
As far as my personal views on the Second Amendment, I believe that it's an amendment for a reason. However, the way people translate it nowadays is not the way I would translate it. I think the Second Amendment was made to protect against a tyrannical government.
All right. And do you think the United States needs stricter or more relaxed gun control legislation?
Gun control laws, definitely stricter, for sure.
Okay, why do you say that?
I think that because I don't necessarily agree that people on like a no-fly list or being from a certain country should ban you from buying guns, but I think it's more about mental health. I think the background checks and mental health background checks are needed because if you've been 5150 and you say you're going to kill somebody or yourself a million times, we don't want you owning a gun. That's just more dangerous for everybody. So I think having a thorough mental health background check is the most important thing before buying a gun.
What is your personal view on the Second Amendment?
I feel like people do have the right to bear arms. Anything else?
Do you have any opinions about like how it should be managed?
I mean, I guess this has been said over and over, but I guess more attention has to be paid on mental health issues. You know?
Oh yeah,
like better screening, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But what I do know is also a lot of people believe that people should have the right to bear arms because of the fear of a tyrannical government. You know?
Yeah, I agree.
And I saw everything, and I feel very much safer if I could bear arms, not to hurt anybody,
Yeah.
but just to show them, hey man, like in New York, I wished I was 7 feet tall because people would fuck with you because you were small. So if you were 7 feet tall, you just pick them up and say, hey, what do you say? That's it.
Yeah.
Bearing arms is a protective thing with people that know what they're doing.
The Second Amendment.
My opinion about the Second Amendment, the right to bear arms, I think that guns should be regulated, and that, guns should be regulated because stuff all over the news, people getting hurt. They should be more strict on it, and that's all I can say.
All right.
A right to bear arms then? I think so because what happens when you're stuck? When something bad happens and they have a gun and you don't, that's your life against theirs, and they're obviously gonna shoot you, so what you gonna do? Like, but then again, like, I see why people don't want that because it could get in the wrong hands, and I don't know, it kind of, like, if we do, like, have rights to bear arms, then there has to be some type of, like, strict rules about that or something, or go through some tests, or I don't know. Yeah. That's it. Yep.
Really shouldn't have lied. Should've saw the way she looked me in my eyes. She said, baby, I am not afraid to die.
So John, what do you think about the evidence that was gathered today?
I was surprised with what Alameda had to say. I thought they were gonna dislike the Second Amendment and that they were gonna want bans on guns, but they just wanted stricter policies, which was understanding.
Push me to the edge, all my friends are dead. Push me to the edge, all my friends are dead. Push me to the edge, all my friends are dead. Push me to the edge.